All right. Let's move on to the CAG bag. I've got some questions here from the chat, and it's not too late if you have CAG bag questions. Just put them in the chat, and I'll get them up on the screen. First one's for Shipwreck. He said, this is the VGFB. He wants to know what the video game situation will be like at the cabin.
No consoles have been or intend to be hooked up at the cabin.
Ooh.
So switches are permitted.
Okay.
But we're trying not to just go up there and hook up a.
You don't want to do in the cabin what you could do at home.
Right. Like we have things where we can watch movies and stuff, but
no consoles. All right. You
Yeah,
don't
no-
want to do things that you do at home? I feel like you do want to do things like that.
No, how else can they, if they're playing games on consoles, they have no time to hunt people in the woods.
Is that why they're there?
Yeah, they keep a guy under the house.
Okay.
And then when they get there, they push the button and the gate lifts open and the guy runs and they go and hunt.
Did they have to build that system, or would that come with
No,
the
it
house?
came, but that's why they got that house. It was
Oh.
ready for it, for human hunting.
It's human hunting ready? The
Mhm.
realtor said.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right. Well, that sounds
Yeah.
fun. Maybe I do want to be invited now. I mean, the no
You want
consoles was
to
a
make
ton-
sure if you're invited, he doesn't say show up a week early.
Right, and just go underneath the house.
Mhm.
Meet me
Yeah.
underneath the house. That's a bad
That's
sign.
the.
we have a walkout, so it's perfect.
A who? You have a what?
A walkout basement.
I don't even know what that is.
It means that the house is built
just
in like a mountain,
Walk,
so
you can just walk out of the basement.
You can,
Oh.
Yeah, the basement is.
Got it.
Mhm.
I never heard that phrase "walk out" before.
You are not from the Midwest.
Nope. I thought that was from like the Australian outback or something.
That's a walkabout.
Oh.
Thank you. You beat me to it.
I knew I was close. All right. Next up, another ship question. This is from Modish Robot. He wants to know what beer you're drinking today.
Today I'm drinking another Cincinnati-based beer, Mad Tree Psychopathy. It's an IPA.
Psychopathy.
Yes,
That's a
It's
word.
got acid in it.
it's not a word.
Oh.
It's got acid.
It's the name of a beer.
Oh. Okay.
It's a play on hops and psycho.
Oh, this beer. I'm not up on all these beer references, basketball references. Like, you really need to check in with you for all these things. Here's a question for me from Angro Rider. Didn't Cheapy let Ty watch Raiders of the Lost Ark? That movie is very scary. I warned Ty about the scary parts, and he was more scared just watching people get shot and stuff. I had to explain to him about that's the movie where we watched it and it was too intense. So we had to go back, stop the movie, and go watch the making of Raiders of the Lost Ark so I could explain that these are all actors and nobody's getting hurt. And they're all, look how that Indy's having fun. He's got his hat off and
that
he's
last
laughing.
scene though, when they open it,
Yes, I
I re-
prepared him.
Yeah.
yeah,
For
that
that.
one was rough growing up. I mean, I know it's.
I used to close my eyes.
Oh yeah, well they tell you to. That's why they tell you to in the movie.
Right, they warn you.
Right, that's. Yeah.
It was,
that
yeah, but I prepared. If you prepare the kid for it, but you can't do that with Terminator 2 because the whole movie is filled with not just the violence, but it's doom violence, right? It's like the people getting murdered are like, that's clearly somebody's parents in the movie, or this guy, like the Skynet guy, like you got to watch that guy die like a pretty bad death, and it's like people you care about because you get to know them. It's different than just watching some dude's face melt. That's the bad guy. That's the big difference between like Terminator 2 and Raiders. It's doomy.
I remember just the scene where he burns his hand too, though. That one freaked me out when I was a kid. Yeah, that was like I had nightmares about that. Where
really,
Yeah,
that guy.
like-
Well, that was a good character actor. That was a good. Like that guy was scary. That guy.
yeah,
was his
well,
name
no,
again?
it wasn't the guy that scared me. It was like, what in my life am I going to have that happen to me? When am I going to grab something and it's so hot that it sears into my hand?
That
was
it's so hot that you can't let go of it.
Yeah, that's a legit
Never.
concern.
That doesn't happen. The
Well, I
opposite
know,
of that
but I
happens.
didn't know that when I was
Right.
like 8 years old and watching that movie.
Right. Well, somebody see. That's why I'm a great dad. I explain everything while it's happening. I would have explained that
You
would never
handed him
happen to you.
something hot, right? So that you showed him that it wasn't going to stay there permanently. Here, hold this.
I just want to show him how you would immediately stop touching something that's very hot.
Right, right. Come over to the stove, son.
Right. Here's a question for Wombat. Wombat, pay attention. Mega Man 1421 asks, will Wombat be binging Umbrella Academy Season 2 tomorrow?
Interesting that you bring that up because there's been an argument in the house because my daughter plans on staying up until midnight because she wants to start binging it as soon as it comes out. And we've had to lay down the law and be like, we will shut the internet off in your room if that TV goes on at midnight.
God, we run a really tight ship here, Wombat.
Yeah, I didn't say she was going to. I'm saying she was threatening to.
I take, like, when Ty goes to bed, I take his laptop out of the room and I leave his phone because that's locked. You can't do anything with that shit. It's locked down. Take the laptop out of the room and I walk him around the block a few times before bedtime to make sure that he's really tired.
Every child is different.
Make sure he could go to the restroom.
Also, like a 12-year-old boy.
Yes.
Is a 12-year-old boy.
Yes. I get it.
A 12-year-old girl is 35. So,
that's a fair point. That's a very fair point.
If this was an Elliot conversation, completely different thing. Elliot, you're done. All right.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.